Eye contact is excruciating for people with social anxiety. We just hate looking at people in the face because it makes us feel exposed, like they can see how nervous we are or that they can see that something's wrong with us. It makes us feel self-conscious about our facial expressions even. Not making eye contact is our way of minimizing ourselves so that we don't get attention. But actually, it sends a really loud signal to everyone that we're insecure. It prevents us from having strong connections with anyone we talk to. In fact, it prevents us from having a pleasant interaction at all. When we don't make eye contact with the people around us, be it with your boss or a salesperson in the store, we're essentially telling the subconscious mind, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm at the bottom of this interpersonal hierarchy. And those are just fancy words for basically saying, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm scared, I'm insecure, I have no idea what I'm doing, so you take the lead. So before we even get to say a single word, we've already set the stage and the limitations of the interaction. Now, how someone responds to this insecurity is dependent on the person, but the majority of people you're going to interact with on a day-to-day basis are not going to be so forgiving. I know this from personal experience because me and the floor used to be best friends. People treat you like you're nothing, they disregard you, they're rude to you, they look down on you, and they push you to do things you don't want to do. Now, I think I've made it clear on how eye contact is incredibly important so that you can get respect, you can form deep bonds, and you can start making friends and creating relationships with the people around you. But how do you get there? How do you go from having the floor be your best friend to being able to look at someone in the face when having a one-on-one conversation? Well, today I'm going to show you some steps on how you can gradually build your way up to be able to make eye contact with people. But before I jump right in, let me introduce myself for those who are new here. My name is Asha and I work with people who struggle with severe social anxiety and avoidant personality disorder, and I help them go from feeling terrified of social situations and feeling completely alone to feeling confident and making friends and building relationships. So, where do you start in your journey to make eye contact? Well, the first thing I want you to do is whenever you leave the house, I want you to quickly glance at the forehead of anyone and everyone around you. Now, I know for some of you this already might be too much, but look, you have to be a little bit uncomfortable if you want to be able to work your way out of this. A little trick that I've used that helped me is that whenever I did this, I basically thought to myself, okay, this is for security reasons. I need to quickly glance at the forehead of everyone around me for my own safety so I can know whoever is around me and be alert and be aware. Now, that could be the perspective that you hold when you're doing this so that it can kind of give you that little push. Instead of thinking, oh, I need to work on my eye contact, it might be easier when you feel like you're doing it for security reasons. So just a quick glance at everyone's foreheads. Don't need to look into the eyes. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you jump off the deep end right off the bat. So over the course of 1 week, you're going to work your way up to be able to look and quickly glance at the forehead of everyone that passes by you and everyone that's been around you. Now, once you've done this for a week and you're comfortable with keeping your head up whenever you're in public, I want you to take the next step. And for the first day, I want you to be able to quickly glance in the eyes of 2 people. So the first day is 2 people. I want you to quickly glance and quickly glance back. Now, I know this is scary, and I know that you might catch that someone's already looking at you when you're looking at them. And that's fine, don't worry, that's completely normal, I promise. It's completely normal to make eye contact and lock eyes for just a millisecond anytime you're going out. And it happens every day, it happens to everyone, it's completely normal. They don't think you're weird, they're not looking at you, they're not even thinking about you. It happens without them thinking, they don't even think about it after the interaction. It's completely normal. So quickly glance at their eyes and come back. And so the first day, I want you to do 2 people. The next day, I want you to do 4 people. The day after, you guessed it, 8 people. Now, by the end of the week, I want you to be able to work your way up so that you're able to quickly glance into the eyes of everyone that passes you by. Now, once you've done that, once you're able to quickly glance at the eyes of anyone around you in public, I want you to take the next step. Yes, you guessed it. It's being able to look at someone in the face when you're talking to them. What I would like you to do is look in the middle of the eyebrows whenever you're talking to someone. So not in the eyes, you don't have to go there yet. Just look right in the middle of the eyebrows and glance away. Glance back, glance away. So here's the thing. Nobody looks at someone's face constantly when they're talking to them. It's always you look away, you look away. That's how normal interactions go. Now, what I would like you to do is the next time after this week, the next time you meet someone, you're talking to someone face to face, look and glance at the middle of their eyebrows here, and then look away. Look here, look away, look here, look away. Okay, and do that for a week, do that for 2 weeks, and once you're comfortable with that, then you can work your way up to making eye contact with the people that you're talking to one-on-one. And the same thing applies. Glance at their eyes and glance away, glance at their eyes and glance away. Now, when I was learning and teaching myself to be able to make eye contact with people, I did not realize that you're supposed to actually look away from people. So I just straight up stared at people in the face when I was talking to them, and that really weirded them out. So I'm telling you right now, the goal is to be able to glance at people's eyes and glance away, glance at people's eyes and glance away during a conversation. It is not to stare into their eyes and then switch from eye to eye. Okay? Now, this isn't going to be easy, I know, but it is gradual. You don't have to start and immediately start and try to stare at people's eyes. It is a gradual process, and it is going to be uncomfortable, but that's the whole point. If you want to outgrow this, if you want to get out of your social anxiety and not let it completely rule and ruin your life, you have to be able to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So let me recap the process. You start off your first week quickly glancing at the forehead of everyone that passes by you. Then the next week, you're going to quickly glance at 2 people's eyes whenever you're walking. And then next day, 4 people, next day, 8 people, up until you work your way up that you're able to quickly glance at the eyes of everyone that walks past you. Then, for the next 2 weeks, whenever you talk to someone one-on-one, quickly glance in between the eyebrows and away whenever you're talking to them. And then for 2 weeks, once you get comfortable with that, then quickly glance at their eyes and away, eyes and away. Let me know how it goes for you. It's not going to be easy, but remember, I'm right there with you. Think of it as Asha's telling me to do this as part of the program. I gotta do this for her. You know what I mean? You don't have to think about it as when you're uncomfortable. Just remember, okay, Asha's counting on me, part of the program. Now, usually I'm very interested into going into the details, finding out what exactly are you afraid about whenever you're not making eye contact with people. But in this case, I want you to be able to just quickly do it and learn the skill before even trying to figure out why, because I cannot emphasize how much different and more pleasant your interactions will be as a result of being able to look at people in the face when you talk to them. When you're able to make eye contact, it already sets the stage that you are on the same level as them, which gives you the opportunity to take that connection, take the relationship anywhere you want to. But whenever you are unable to make that eye contact, you're essentially handicapping yourself before you even say a word. So let me know how it goes for you, and for those who want to work with me directly to be able to overcome your severe social anxiety or avoidant personality disorder ASAP, so you can stop feeling alone, stop feeling completely crippled by it, and start being able to make friends and have relationships, feel free to book a strategy call with me. The link is in the description. I'll talk to you guys soon.